What you mean his DNA? How his DNA get there?
Well, what happened was when the murder occurred, the police was right there. The police, quote unquote, said he seen a black male standing over a black male. They jumped back in the car. The police, they give a chase. The car wrecked. They run separate ways. They run in this older white lady house. They hold the older white lady in the house, kidnap the old white lady, home invade her house. They say it was a home invasion. I believe that could have been dropped down to a burglar. But they end up getting into a tussle with the old lady. They used the bathroom in the old lady house. They drunk some water in the old lady house. They DNA everywhere.
Hold up, they drunk water, bro?
Yeah. They was thirsty, I guess, from running.
So wait. You said they got into a tussle. You said they got into a tussle at the old lady house. So the old lady was like, nah, y'all ain't get up in yet?
What happened was, from my understanding, the old lady walked to the door to tell them to get out. And when she went to the door to tell them to get out, they thought she was trying to leave, so they grabbed her to pull her back in the house. So the old lady, one of them get in a tussle. The nigga Butter get in a tussle with the old lady. The old lady knee him in the nuts or something. So boom, that's when.
This got to be a movie.
Yeah. So then they all get in a tussle with the old lady, and they DNA. Nowadays, you touch something like that, your DNA there.
But she wasn't harmed or hurt or anything? I mean?
Nah, she had a little choke marks on her and stuff like that.
They charged them with that too?
Yeah, they definitely charged them with that.
Okay, so when y'all got in the jail, did you just see them on a regular, like in the jail?
I seen them in the jail all the time on the regular because the dorm I was in, it was right next door to the law library. And everybody got to come to the law library, and that's the way we used to see each other. Come to the law library, they see me, we talk, blase squaze. I even asked Queso one time, I was like, damn, man, y'all ain't gonna free me? I asked him, I was like, damn, y'all, what y'all gonna do?
And what they said?
It's coming, it's coming, but it ain't never come though.
So they wanted you to be patient a little bit.
Yeah, I think 2 years was patient enough.
Then you took matters in your own hand.
Yeah, if you don't step up for me, I'm gonna step up for myself.
Okay, walk me through. You in there 2 years. What day do you say, man, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to get going.
I don't think it was a certain day. Your attorney has to tell you if the state come to them with something, and it took some months. The state come, they want to talk to me. They block. My role was minor, but my role was so minor to them until they charged me with a first-degree felony. But they saying my role was minor, and they were saying they knew I really didn't have nothing to do with the situation, but at some point, bro, like I had to accept that I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm pressured because I gotta worry about everybody. I gotta worry about K, so I gotta worry about Crazy K. Man, I gotta worry about my babies at home. It's a lot of pressure on me. I already know these people want to get me, so I already know how they're gonna put the full court press down. And I was thinking, at one point I was thinking, if I fold, they'll fold. Not saying that they'll tell, but I'm reading the evidence. I'm more knowledgeable with the law than them. So I'm reading what's going on. Then I'm looking at a jury, regular people. Then I'm looking from the lawyer's way. Then I'm looking from everybody away. And I didn't see no way out for none of us. For us everybody talking about he could have beat this, he could have beat that. You got another one of their friends, a guy named Moody. He wore wire on butter. Then you got the white girl. She's saying that she the one who picked Queso up from out of these apartments. You know, so everything is putting them on the scene.
All right, so speaking of Queso, did he? I heard that he had a mask on.
He had something covering his face.
So did you have to explain to the jury, yeah, that's him, that's my son?
I had to do that.
So now my question to you is this: is it possible that you could have got him? Because a lot of people, you know, in Florida and Louisiana, we known for dreads and wigs.
Right.
So is it possible that you could have misidentified him as it could have been one of his buddies or somebody else? I'm saying, is it a 50-50 or is it
one day it could be a possible. You know, but it goes back again to the evidence.
Because hold on, you wasn't there when the actual shooting happened.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So
no, I wasn't.
Right. The morning that you had to go get on the stand, what was going through your mind?
Shit, man, I don't even know where my mind was at. I can't even explain the empty feeling I had that morning.
All right, so like in the jail, you know how they had you back there in the holding tanks.
Right.
Did you see your son before?
Yes.
Did he say anything to you?
No. I seen him when they was bringing me in the holding cell. He was in one holding cell. I was trying to get his attention because I really wanted to tell him, man, don't do this. You know, and the only reason why I have a standpoint on him taking a deal for 30 years, 25 years, or whatever the deal may have been, is because I know it can be done. But he don't, because he never seen it. And that's why I had that outlook on that. Instead of him having a life sentence,
He'll be home one day.
He'll be home one day, you know. And
we all go through that. It's not till we've been dead 20, 25 years, be like, man, I should have took them 30.
Right. And I seen dudes get offered 20, 30 years, go to trial, get life, fighting their case, 33, 34 years in jail. You know, because it's like 95% of appeals in the United States are denied. But like, as going back to the part where you asked about the identifying part, it goes back to the evidence again. It's nothing that you don't know that ain't gonna come up in this trial. They got Queso with some live videos, with some more videos, with this supposed to be the same outfit on that the situation happened in. So, you know, I can't lie, man. You know, I was straddling the fence. I didn't want to be the best witness, but at the same time, I ain't really want to play myself. You know? And it's a lot of things that was thrown out there that I felt like his lawyer and them did a bad job on. But as he got these 10 years, I wish he would have had a public defender. Like, he had a public defender for this last case that he just caught the 10 years for. And I wish he would have, once he got that 10 years, I thought about it, I said, damn, I wish he would have had a public defender on the first case. Because he had a paid attorney, but the paid attorney stopped getting paid. So the paid attorney had to file motions in the court to get paid from the state. So now that paid attorney ain't gonna work how he used to work, because you gotta think, if he can get, you got to think if his bail is $60,000 more, but then now he got to go to the state, he might don't get but 20 of that out of the state. And I don't feel like, well, I know for a fact that his lawyers and them didn't prepare for that trial. They prepared in pre-trial. So me wishing once he got to 10 years, I'm wishing that he would have had a public defender on the first case, because the public defender 9 times out of 10 will always cross paths with the prosecutor. And they gonna talk, they gonna always be able to talk. So he got these lawyers out of Miami, think they big shit. But you coming in these people's backyard. So the lawyers in them made it personal. Lawyers in them wrote some kind of child, made a book off the shit, sent it to the state attorney office. The lawyers in them made it personal for Queso with them while they go home at night. Queso stay in jail. Queso got to fight everything while the lawyers go home. I know for a fact that I know they didn't prepare for that trial, because it was just tons of stuff that was missing.